First off, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai, Bahashim, Rakakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone. Shalom, salutations to the hopeful elect that's fighting a good fight of faith. And hopefully this video will be edifying, straight to the point. Sometimes you got to remember how Yahweh, Bahashim, Yahweh Shai works, man. So like through all the tests and trials and little vexations of the spirit, that is all how Yahweh Bashim Yahweh shall work. First of all, this is not our rest. And second of all, starting from Adam sinning in the garden by taking heed to his wife Eve, all this wickedness and us being at the bottom, and because he made the world for our sakes, as it say in the scriptures. But we on this side and this time, until the kingdom come, we got to go through shit, man. That it's inevitable, and you might as well embrace it, because if you don't, then it's going to destroy you. So and through the going through, the trials and tribulations, it's a thing called grace and mercy, which Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai delight in, which I'm gonna get later in this lesson. So, and that's what you call a balance, because Proverbs 11:1 said a false balance is an abomination to the Lord. So the balance of everything is, okay, we're gonna get hell, we going through hell, but on the flip side, you going through the hell, you're going to inherit everlasting life. Because that's what I preach about. I preach about everlasting life, man, because that's what it's all about. So probably gonna title this video don't forget how the Lord works. But let's get into it. James 2:5, hearken my beloved brethren, have not the Most High chosen the poor of this world, rich in faith, and heirs of the kingdom, which he have promised to them that love him. Right? And that's such a beautiful thing to understand, because 9 times out of 10, matter of fact, 9.9 times out of 10, you're poor, living paycheck to paycheck, and things like that. So what do you expect? So Salakia, something slammed my door. So I got my mind got off track. But anyways, so 9.9 out of 10, you're poor, living paycheck to paycheck, just trying to survive, man. Because that's all we're doing. We're surviving. We're not living. But, when you listen to the people of this world, and you start thinking about the philosophies of this world, you would think that you are nobody. You would think that you ain't nothing, but you're actually blessed. That's why the Bible says, woe unto them that are rich, for you have received your consolation. That word consolation means comfort. So all the people that you look up to, if you're a man in the truth, you don't look up to nobody but the Akim and Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai. But before you was in the truth, the people that you looked up to, the Michael Jordan, LeBron, Jay-Z, the Michael Jackson, whoever, right? They received their consolation. So they're not going to get what we gonna get, all right? They're going to have to come back in the kingdom as a newborn baby. And let me see who the hell at my door, man. It's pissing me off. Of course, it's the damn neighbor's door smacking against my door. Nothing but Satan. But anyways, but yeah, but he said, okay, so at the end of the scripture, it say, inheritors of the kingdom which he have promised to them that love him. Now, what did he say about what he promised to those that love him? Right? So it said, but as it is written, I have not seen nor ear heard, neither have entered into the hearts of man the things which the Most High have prepared for them that love him. All right? So if you loving the Most High, you doing the best according to what he asked of you, right? And with doing that, He got something prepared for you that your mind can't even fathom, man. So that should bring joy to your heart. So when you sitting in your house, job, whatever, keep these scriptures, okay, in mind, man. This is not called the comforter for no reason, and he have not sent us down the comforter for no reason. It's called the comforter for a reason. All right. But let's get into, why I'm making this video, man, because we coming into that time where it's about to get worse. But in the midst of getting worse, know that it's glory coming at the end. And the things that you're going through right now, you should be able to, you know, depend on the scriptures to get you through. Because like I said, when you're a so-called poor man and you living in this life where it's materialistic society, you know, moral decline, access in materialism, it's a decadence society. Look up that word decadence, man. This is America to a T. All right. So when you contrary to that, like I said, I go out and preach, and this Edomite actually came up to me. It was like, you need to go do something with your life. You're fucking poor. And I broke out all these scriptures on him. Of course, he wasn't trying to hear it, but he was like, yeah, you out here yelling. You out here yelling. You ain't about nothing. Blah, blah, blah. Might have been a Jake, though, because he had a little bit of, that's how we talk. You know what I'm saying? So, but yeah, he came up to me. He was like, yeah, you the one that need help. Look at you. Look at you. You know what I'm saying? So when you out here doing this work and stuff like that, you go through things like that. And then if you not spiritual and you allow your flesh to overcome you, I wanted to uppercut that dude. But through the spirit and grace and mercy of Yahweh Bashim Yahushai, I just read the scriptures and he left and went down the street. But you got to understand though, it's like, I know I could choke the life out of you, but I got to stay in the spirit. Okay. And that's why he said this. Because actually he came up to me and said, you ain't the real Jew. He basically said he was a Jew and he know Hebrew. You don't know Hebrew. He was just talking shit. He ain't even look like the typical so-called Jewish man. Well, I can't even say so-called Jewish man. He ain't even look like that. He like a regular old beat up Edomite. Look like a little smart aleck one. But see, this is why he said that we are rich. And it's off the subject, but it's on the subject, especially in the beginning of the scripture right here. So say, I know thou works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. I just want to read that part. Okay. I know thou works in tribulation and poverty, but thou art rich. Why are we rich? Because we have this word, and this word is going to lead into real riches. Okay. The kingdom, having everything at your fingertips, having the desires of your heart, man. All right. So now let's get into what I wanted to get into. So Job 5:15, but he saveth the poor from the sword, from their mouth, and from the hand of the mighty. Who is the hand of the mighty? Who is the sword? As it says in Psalm 17:13, deliver me from the wicked, which is thy sword. Who is the wicked? So-called white man, Esau, Edom. As it says in Malachi, all right, Romans 9, okay? He's the wicked, all right? Oh, First Maccabees 1:9, he's the wicked, Might be 1:11, But anyways, so the poor have hope. See? What was the first scripture I read? For didn't he have not blessed the poor to be rich in faith and inherit the kingdom? So the poor have hope in iniquity, stopping her mouth. Behold, now here we go right here. This is how the Most High work. This is the title of the video right here. You got to remember this. When you going through something, it's so hard to remember this, because that's why I say in Galatians 6:9, be not weary in well doing. If we faint not, we shall reap. Okay, and what is that reaping? The kingdom, everlasting life, man. What the fuck is going on today? You got a person outside revving his engine? But anyways, it is what it is. But this is the point of this. Behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. Therefore, despise not thou the chastening of the Almighty, man. All the things that you go through, you have to be mindful of this. You got to be mindful of this. This is the only thing that matters. Because one thing that I realized in life, this is inevitable. You're going to go through some shit, man. Yeah. And the Bible talks about how it rained on the just and the unjust. And what do it say about the unjust? The unjust don't know judgment. They know of no shame. All right. So when stuff do go down, they're not mindful that the Most High is doing it. First of all, the Most High is not even dealing with them anyways. They're reprobate silver who the Most High rejected. That's in Jeremiah 6. So this is how Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shah show mercy. It's you appreciate something when you go through something, man. And that's what this whole life is about, going through the trials and tribulation, man. Which is going to be in my next set of scriptures that I have in my head, you know? And I love this scripture because sometimes you do get beat down, you know, in the spirit and in the trials and tribulations that you go through in life. But it say, behold, happy is the man whom the Most High correcteth. And the thing is, you're not happy when you're going through it, but through the Spirit, you are happy. You are happy because you understand that if your life was going peachy creamy, then you have to examine your life and examine if you really in the truth, because the Most High don't deal with people that he don't chasten. And that's why when you go to Hebrews 12, he say, he loveth he that endure chastisement, he dealeth with them as sons. All right. So anyways, so say, therefore despise not the chastening of the Almighty. Don't be mad, for he maketh sore and bindeth up. He woundeth and he make in his hands make whole. So do you know how, so imagine getting all beat and bruised up, and then you actually go to a physician of value that actually able to stitch you up, you know, give you some ointments and herbs to make you feel better. You appreciate that, man, and you appreciate the herbs. All right. So the same thing is that when you're going through hell in your life, you're struggling right now, but at the end, it's going to manifest into a blessing. And I think that most people don't understand that. And I told you, when I make videos for myself first, because you got to preach to yourself first. And the most thing, you got to practice what you preach, man. You know? So from there, Second Ezra 11. Because for their sakes I made the world. Who is the their sakes? Yashar Allah, how you say Israel in Hebrew. Okay, he prince of the power. All right, that's what Yashar Allah mean. We are the princes of the power. We the only people who have the true power. All right. So he said, because for their sakes I made the world. So when Adam transgressed my statutes, then was decreed that now is done. And what is that decree? Death came into the world. Wickedness came into the world. We being oppressed came into the world. Curses upon us came into the world. Okay? That's the decree that is now. All right? So it is what it is, and there's nothing we can do about it. We got to go through that fiery trial. All right? So say, then were the interests of this world made narrow, full of sorrow and travail. They are but few and evil, full of perils and very painful. So like every time I read this scripture, like this is like my favorite chapter, one of my favorite chapters in the whole Bible, man, because it's telling you how it is. It's telling you like this is what it is. And if you able to endure this, you're going to inherit everlasting life. All you got to do is stand firm in the faith, pray for strength to endure this, man. All right. So look, so it say 13, for the interest of the elder word were wide and sure, and brought immortal fruit, right? Because as it say in 2 Peter 2 and 4, for the angels left off from their first estate. See, we was cast down into these chains of darkness, but before the world was even made, we had glory with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. Before the world was made, before the earth was made, we had glory with Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shah. We, through Yahweh Shah and the angels, we created everything that we see. And guess what? All the what's the word I'm looking for? All the intelligence that we once had is going to come back. You know what I'm saying? So everything we're going to be mindful of the things that we've done. All the wisdom, knowledge, and understanding of everything. We're going to get that back. We had that before we came down here in these chains of darkness. So back then, yeah, it was wide and sure, brought immortal fruit. All right. 14. Now, this is the point. If then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things, they can never receive those that are laid up for them. What is laid up for us? The kingdom, man. So it says, if then they that live labor not to enter these straight and vain things. That's this life right now that we're living. All right. They can never receive those that are laid up for them. Okay. And you got to realize that's talking about the kingdom, but it's talking about the nations too. All right. Let's prove that, because it said receive those that are laid up for them. All right. So we're going to end it on this. So it say, but that which ye have already, hold fast till I come. What you have, this truth, this knowledge of the truth. Okay, that's what sustain you in this walk. 26. He that overcometh and keepeth my works unto the end, to him will I give power over the nation. That's to those. Okay. And he shall rule them with the rod of iron, as the vessel of a potter shall they broken to shivers, even as I received of my Father, man. So ask of me, and I'll give you the heathen for thy inheritance, man. Because see, we coming in, since we build up our enemy's kingdom, and this kingdom was flourishing. See, Babylon's falling right now, but it was flourishing. This was the beacon of light at one point in time. Everybody wanted to come here. America was that place to be. We're at the end of this thing. So just how we build up their kingdom, they're going to build up our kingdom. And our kingdom is going to be an everlasting kingdom. And we ain't going to die in our kingdom. And ain't going to be no wickedness in our kingdom. And if the nations don't get down, they're going to get put down. All right? So all that to say this, man. Don't forget how the Lord works, man. We have something to look forward to no matter what we go through. All praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom.